Hello. Good morning, stream. Welcome in, Remy. Hello. Arrived as early as I can, just leave 30 minutes later. Ah, I see. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. New outfit today? No. Well, for my OCs, yes. Not for me. I'm working on mine though. It's a work in progress. It's on the way. Oh, I got Scaramia with me today. This way. I have finished designing a few already. This is my like my like little lineup thingy for this character in particular. And yeah, we're just gonna have a cozy OC time today. Figure we'll I've just got like a little mental list of things I want to do before Art Fight next year. Like honestly, Art Fight just like it put me into such a like OC hype mode. Yeah. Try and find my headset. Okay. Thank you for lurking. Meanwhile, I hope you find them. But yeah, Art Fight just really made me super hyped for my OC stuff, and I didn't manage to finish this character. I didn't manage to finish Migos references in time for Art Fight this year, but I have a small list. I guess it's kind of a long list of my characters who I want to be able to include next year. Yeah, so now I'm like, well, I gotta finish those before next year. So that they can be part of our Art Fight next year. Let's see. Yep, that's all the outfit details. I have been doing, Mike was like one of the few characters. I guess I've been doing it more recently with other characters, but I want to kind of get used to doing different hairstyles for my characters, because I do think it's a lot of fun. Why is my brush at size 1000? What was I doing last time? I don't remember. But yeah, we might make one more outfit for her, and then we'll figure out what else we do. I did find kind of the layout that I did last year. I'm calling it last year already. This year. We haven't even gotten the Art Fight results yet. Can't be calling it last year yet. Let's see. We have... They're all kind of like comfy cozy kind of outfits. I know it's still summer, but I kind of want to do something like more fall themed. I forget what I was drawing last time. But all of my brushes are set to like stupidly gigantic sizes, so it must have been something on a big canvas. I just remember animating cookies all, like, the entirety of this week. But I forgot what canvas size that my animation's on. Maybe my canvas size is way too big for my like on the animation file. On my headset, nice. You can hear the stream. In good quality. Other people talk? Ah, there are other people lurking. I don't look at how many people are in the stream. It makes me anxious. I'm just like, I start the stream, and if someone talks in chat, I'm like, hello, yay, there's someone here. And otherwise, I just don't worry about it. I just be here making my art. I have realized we have a handful of regulars who are only lurkers, though. I have realized that with time. So, if you're here listening and lurking, thank you for lurking. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Try to get as early as I can. Hey, there's nothing wrong with, like, having other stuff to do, you know? I'm glad that you wanted to be here enough to come in and hang out, even if you can't stay for long. Oh, is the stream bot asleep? Hold on, let me check. Hello, stream bot. It's time to check in for stream. There was an OBS update. I think I just clicked like to do it later last week, but I ran it today. Partially the reason we were running a teeny bit late. Right. They changed how everything is laid out on the thing. Streambot, hello. Okay. No, it definitely is. Oh, it's because I am not awake enough yet. Streambot is awake. It's because he didn't put a number after the gamble come in. I did wake up late today. So maybe I got some waking up to do. Let's see, comfy hoodie. I need to give her like a giant floofy skirt under this, because if I don't, it's gonna be too basic. It has been a while since I put her in like a full-on Sweet Lolita dress. I like doing that. I haven't done that in a while. I don't think I've actually done that since her redesign. I used to wear a lot of like Lolita fashion myself, and so I put I think especially Maigo and May I used to put in Sweet and Gothic Lolita respectively. But it has been a while. Also, this isn't really a Lolita skirt. You know, I think we'll make the top layer like this. And then the layer underneath will be more. You know what? Never mind. We're doing something else. 'Cause I don't want it to end up being too similar to this first skirt, and it doesn't really match with the hoodie top. Yeah, there you go. There's the command. 200 cookie was too much for Steambot. Dreambot, yeah. More elegant design now, like 1780s. I just read that backwards. I really want to do that. I do need to, like, we can't do that with a hoodie top. Like, that'll have to be the next one. But I do love putting my OCs in, like, older historical fashion, like fashion styles. Hello, Ray. Welcome in. Might be off, but this OC is May, right? Oh, this is Michael. I do realize they have, like, similar names. I swear there's a good reason for it. Oh, hello. Hey, Shadowcat. Yeah, I got Scaramia with me today. Yeah, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. You know what? That's actually a pretty good point. We could redesign the outfit that I gave to her before her redesign. That I did for the royalty EU. I know we drew Kim in like fancy ball gown last time. But like, my ghost one really needs a redesign. I have not done anything with it since like 2021. Music just took a little while to load in. Should I put her name and pronouns up somewhere maybe. Because this is like the outfit canvas that I use just to design for her at any time, but while we are on stream, that might be a good idea. Yeah, it gave you the idea. Yeah, no, it's just it reminded me, because I've been meaning to do that for a long time and I just haven't gotten to it. How am I doing? I am okay. I'm very tired. But I don't know if this is gonna make sense to anyone else, but whenever I stream I get like at least near the beginning of stream I get like stream adrenaline. So it's like I'm like running on that adrenaline until it runs out for the entirety of stream, and then I am low energy afterwards. Does that make sense? So even though I don't sound super tired right now, I do believe I'm missing a couple hours of sleep. Yeah, but I'm in a good mood to be doing OC stuff. Hey, today's a decent week. Health checkup came up great. All the issues are being reduced. Oh, I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that. The redesign? Not the current. Well, I just like making outfits for my OCs. She had a bit of a like, honestly I'm not that much of a redesign, but like, yeah, I think back in 2021, 2022 there was a slight redesign to her like general appearance, because I started out designing her pre-time skip, and so when I got to time skip part, I just kind of went basic age up with not really much changing. So then I decided back then, like, I should probably do something about that. I got a new secondhand phone. Nice. Less than 2 gig storage on my phone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be difficult to work with the size of today's apps and things. Same, I get that too, and it stays up unless I got no one to talk to for stream. I guess it's kind of the same here. Or if like, or if the stream chat like conversation makes me uncomfortable, then it's like instantly gone. Tried a monster drink one time. Ooh. I've never tried an energy drink. I have a feeling it's probably good that I don't. Glad you're feeling well. Tastes great, but like, I think I don't like caffeine in it. Yeah. How do people drink that much caffeine? I got no idea. Orange to have you with me, dude. Cat time? Oh, that's great. Actually, hold on. I was just putting her in like generic long socks, but I got an idea. What if did I do this already? Almost. What if like winter leggings with really long leg warmers? I don't know about anyone else. I love the like inconveniently long leg warmers. I think they're so cute and so comfortable. I got myself a pair of those sometime last year. But I got them from like a dancing store for like people who do ballet, and I got the longest version because I knew I wanted them to be long. And then they arrived, and they're good. But I think they were intended for someone taller than me. Just, yeah. I thought it was kind of funny seeing how they fit the first time when they arrived. What's the major difference with leggings and thigh highs? So leggings are like thigh highs I feel are pretty self-explanatory. Like they're just super long socks that go all the way up to your thigh, right? Makes sense. Leggings are like full-on pants, like this. Except they're like think like exercise kind of fabric material, so they're stretchy and really soft. Yeah. And then there are versions of leggings also which are kind of like a sock material, but they're usually those have feet too as well to them. And in Swedish we call those strumpbyxor, and I don't know the name for them in English. They do have separate names. They're not just leggings. Like leggings are specifically without the feet, and then strumpbyxor is full-on socks that are pants. And these are like a workout material, and these are more like sock material. Usually, you can find exceptions usually, here and there for both of them, but generally that's how it goes. Meanwhile, thigh highs, just for your legs. Super long socks, and usually, unless you're going for cosplay, they're also usually sock material. Yeah. I hope that explanation made sense. I know a lot of people really love leggings. I do not like leggings. I like strumpbyxor. They're like, they can be like comfortable. I think I just don't like the workout like fabric material that nearly all leggings are made of nowadays. I don't really like it. I used to be able to find leggings in like the sock material a lot more. It was more common before. I don't know if it was because it's like more common in kid sizes, or if they just don't make those anymore. I'm not sure. Not really agree with fashion sense. Okay. Leggings are just pants, but thin as silk and they're elastic. Pretty much, yeah. Oh, hello! Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Comfort Corner. Welcome, Shosho. Oh my gosh, Cheddar Milk Cookie. It's not, I don't know, it's your game. My favorite character. Yeah, it is Cookie Kingdom Shadow Milk Cookie. And Pure Vanilla. They're my favorite cookies. They just hang out in the stream with us. We call the stream the Comfort Corner here, because it's just cozy art time most of the time, but I do cover the screen in my comfort characters. So, yeah. See, what shoes should we give her? like a second skin. Oh, it's kind of freaky to think about. But I guess, yeah. Thank you for explaining, no worries. I really like clothing and fashion stuff. I went to fashion design college thingy for a little while because I wanted to do clothing designs. I love clothing. I want to get better at sewing so I can, like, I design so much clothing and I need to get better at sewing so I can actually make it and wear it myself. Someone just mentioned CRK, no way. I love this. Oh, well, I'm glad. You're welcome in. We're doing outfits for my OC currently. Yay. This is what we got so far, and we're working on this one now. It's gonna be like cozy. Cozy, comfy fall outfit. I think maybe like loafers. I feel like loafers would fit this outfit. I realize I don't really put her in heels that often. Do any of these have heels? No. I guess the boots in the middle, kind of. Just feel like she's not much of a heel kind of person. Meanwhile, Rachel looking from the other side of the OC references being like... hold on. There's Michael in the rainbow outfit. Meanwhile, if we scroll all the way on the other side of the reference over to Rachel. Thigh high heeled boots. Yeah, I love Cookie Run as well. I've been animating cookies all week. If anyone follows me on my Tumblr, you will have seen I am not a background artist, but because of the animations I've been doing, I've had to learn how to do some background stuff, or like, I guess not learn, but because it's not new to me, but I've been doing a lot of backgrounds. I've been doing a lot of blue and white odd hallways and milk ponds and giant statues. I'm Musume pretty derpy. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know what OPM is. Phone is on a hospital. It's on 9%. Yeah, maybe it's a good time to find a charger. It sounds like. Yeah, I've never played or watched Uma Musume. I only first heard about it when the recent game got really popular a couple months ago. But I play enough gachas in my daily life. I do not need another. Speaking of gachas, I was catching up on Genshin Story yesterday while animating, because I have not done story since like last spring. So I was doing the paralogism quest yesterday and losing my mind over Albedo. Albedo's so cool. I've spent a little time away from Genshin because of Cookie Run, and you know, I forget. I kind of, when I'm away from a fandom for a bit, I forget how much I love my favorite characters, and then I go back and immediately lose my mind. how do people rank up while you rank down? It has to do with how many people are in chat and who has sent the most messages. Like in this specific stream, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So depending on how many people are active in chat, that ranking will go up or down. I'm not sure why they made it like this, honestly. I guess it's to encourage people to send chat messages, but it does feel a bit like competitive in a not so good way, you know? Yeah, everyone take a deep breath. The chat rankings, don't take the chat rankings too seriously. It literally is who has been talking most in chat. And it resets every stream, so there are no stakes involved. Hello, Sheriff Pumpkin. Welcome in. Welcome. You having a good day? System gotta be rage baiting me. Oh, yeah. Pretty much is. Drinking coffee? I hope it's a good coffee. But I sent the most messages to stream though. Yeah, that's how I've been told that it works. But I like it. I do not have control over it, and I am not an expert on any of the YouTube stream features, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I do not know. Yeah, you okay there, Shao? Take it easy. Remember to breathe. What's the gamble? You get cookies. You get little cookie points by watching the stream, and there is a gamble command where you can gamble some of those cookies that you have to either get more or to lose them. And they are just like points for fun. There's no stakes. There's nothing else you can use them for. So yeah. Feel free if you like to use the gamble command. There is a cooldown on it per person, so if it won't let you do many at a time, just give it a minute. But yeah, it's just a fun little thing that you can do in chat if you'd like. Working for you? Try exclamation point cookies. That'll show you how many cookies you have. Because usually if the command isn't working, either the bot is asleep or you don't have enough cookies for it to work. So yeah, I want to double check how many you have, 'cause that might be the issue. Welcome back, Ray. Had to do chores. Welcome back. do something different with her hair for this one, I think. We might change the color of this one later as well, but I do want to make some detail here on the leg warmers. I realize like each of my characters have some sort of design detail that's just kind of their thing. Like they wear it all the time, and I put those in the art fight descriptions, right? So like for May it was chains and like black lace, and for I think for Devian it was like butterfly and moth motifs and moons and like, yeah, like armor warmers and big giant comfy clothing. Mygo definitely, I need to put that as ribbons for her. Ribbons and little like hair clips and like colorful beads. Just all of the color. Give her the whole rainbow in a little jar and she will just like sprinkle it all over all of her clothing. We might change the color of those ribbons after I figure out what the rest of the outfit's colors are gonna be. What'd you miss? Mostly chat gambling, I think. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure like exactly when you left, but I do think we're gonna do that other outfit, like a royalty AU outfit after this. Let's see, there's the hairstyle. I think I'll keep the bangs the same. 'Cause I like those. They feel very like iconic to her specifically. The way that the side pieces are like exactly this length. Yeah. Relax, Remy. You don't need to like. The point of the gamble is to have fun. If you're not having fun with it, then yeah, represent. Still keep going. Ooh, not risking another shutdown. Oh yeah, thank you for hanging out. Maybe take it easy and put your phone in that charger. But thank you for hanging out. Hello, Void Walker. Welcome in. How's your day been? Not much has happened yet, but we're drawing OCs and having a good time so far. I hope you're having a good day. As of late, I came up with a question to ask you something, Yuma. What's a character writing trope you hate and love? I love the trope of characters just stopping all of a sudden to love the view. Ah, I like that too. Character trope you hate and love. I'm guessing separately. I really don't like the like there are good versions of this, obviously, but a majority of the tsundere tropes and representations I see in anime I don't like. Like if you know that song, is it by Honeyworks? The tsundere song where there's a girl who is a tsundere and there's a guy who's just like really nice, and she's like, she comparing him to like an octopus or something, like the kind of over the top kind of trope for that I don't like. I think one of my favorite tropes though, I'm just thinking of like romance anime stuff for both of these, I'm realizing. One trope that I see a lot of people have a lot of issue with that I don't really mind is like the main character kind of trope. Like think of Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia or Ginger Brave, like the super main character trope of, but there's like cheerful and determined and that sort of thing, and people find it cliche or boring. I don't mind that at all. I like it. I really like reincarnations and soulmate kind of things as well in stories. I don't like the trope of, again, all of this kind of goes back to anime because it's just, yeah, the blank self-insert character, the characters that are so not a character for the purpose of the player or the watcher self-inserting over them. I don't like that. At least in like, no, yeah, just like straight on the board. I know that's kind of weird for someone who is so in the sun and moon, like Yumi ship kind of spaces, because but I feel like even those characters that are in that are like fan-made characters for people to self-insert over, like even they have personality. Like, how do people mess this up? They kind of saved this with like Ethan Winters, for example, in Resident Evil 7. In 7 he was kind of like that, but then in 8 they kind of gave him enough to work with to where it doesn't bother me. But you know, like in romance anime, the really blank protagonist who just kind of lets stuff happen and things happen around them and they don't really interact. It feels like they have no agency, you know? I realize I kind of had a lot to say about that. Yeah. I hope that made some sort of sense. Let me catch up on chat. I got so lost in the rant. Hate it when a villain has a redemption point but then dies, right? Oh my gosh. Four Swords Shadow! Ah! Yes. Exactly that. Yeah, I also don't like that. Also, like, I guess none of the characters in My Hero Academia really were exactly at that point, but oh my gosh, I wish that more of the villains lived. Honestly. Even if they had their redemption arc. In my mind, Toga has already had her redemption arc. Honestly, she already had it in my mind. Like, she's processed enough to where Ochako could help. I can't tell you how badly I wanted a redemption arc for Shigaraki. He's in this reference sheet for good reason. Where is he? There is he. There he is. I wanted a redemption arc for him so bad. But I guess I will have to write it now. I will simply have to write it myself. It's not like I like you or anything, Bach. Yeah, I don't like that sort of tsundere trope. Where there's a lot of variation to that, to where I don't mind it. Like, I think technically even Shadow Milk could count for a tsundere trope. If, like, in certain circumstances and part of his character. But even if he does, like, I wouldn't mind that because he's a well-written character. Hello, Hoover. Welcome in. How's it going? We're talking about tropes right now and character stuff while drawing OC outfits. I feel like it's a good time. I do got some chat to catch up on because I went on a bit of a rant. I think it's by Static P. Yeah, maybe. You're probably right. I feel like you know music stuff better than I do, but I'm pretty sure it is that song, yeah. It's like no, exactly, it's not like a, yeah, that song, yeah. Exactly that one. It's pretty old by this point, but like, the kind of tsundere that's in that song, yeah, I'm done with that trope. I think it's kind of the reason, like, I know Toradora is really well beloved, but, and I have watched it several years ago, but I can't say that I am a fan of it, specifically because of that reason. Have you ever considered drawing superheroes as a fun challenge? Other than, like, My Hero Academia OCs, like that kind of superheroes, no. I've never really been super into a superhero fandom other than BNHA. Like, I've seen some Marvel. I never read any of the comics. I think I've seen maybe, like, one DC movie. I still haven't seen any of the Spider-Man or the... I don't know. And I don't have a superhero AU for any of my original characters, so... to be fair, mine's more interaction kind of deal. Reincarnation relationships are heartwarming at times, and if the cycle's broken in a bad way, I cry or get mad. Yeah, same. I love reincarnations, kind of, the reincarnation trope of you carry your relationship with you to whatever other universe or other life. Honestly, regardless in what form they take. Sorry. That's why I love Mr. Polar punching Chris Redfield. Did Himiko live at least? If you don't want My Hero Academia spoilers, mute for like 5 seconds. Is everyone muted? Okay. No. She very did, and I'm upset about it. Looks really sick. Yay. I'm glad you think so. Outfit designing is like one of my I don't know, can you call it passion projects? I love fashion. I love outfits. And I will make a unique closet for every single, like, one of my characters. And nobody can stop me, even though it's gonna take me forever. whole tsundere trope works better for the silent types. They're the types to say, leave me alone, but they're always lingered close for some reason. Yeah, that's reminding me of, there's a character in the kind of niche anime. Has anyone seen Handa-kun? That anime has a good representation of that kind of character, though she's kind of scary. But I feel like she fits that version of the trope, kind of. One Punch Man's the best superhero series for me, next to Spider-Man or Batman. I've seen the first 2 seasons. I've been told that the 3rd one is not so good, but I like season 1 and 2. What's your favorite anime? Oh, I could not give you a single answer for that. I have so many I like. My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer. Danganronpa is more for the games. Me looking at the merch in my room being like, oh my gosh, what anime have I seen? You know when someone asks you a question and you immediately forget, like, everything you ever knew about the topic? I feel like that's what happens anytime someone asks me what anime I like. I've seen so many. I know I've seen, like, if I check my Annie list, there'll be like 250 that I've seen. Free and Haikyuu, and like among my favorites. Oh my gosh, I would have to open my Annie list to look at my top rated ones. It just happens anytime someone asks me. I forget all of it immediately. I watched Witch Hat Atelier recently, and I really like that. I'm making a cosplay of the student kind of dresses and coats that the main cast wears in Witch Hat Atelier. I'm so hyped to wear that dress. It's so pretty. All of my OCs are just Final Fantasy core. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Benjamin. Morning, friends. Sure hope no one spoiled my Jake today. Oh, I'm sorry if you entered at a really bad time. Table slime has him. This is a joke, by the way. That's why I love FMA more. I watched all of the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I still have not seen Brotherhood, and I've been told that it's better. And I am planning to watch Brotherhood. I just haven't really watched any. I haven't been watching much, like. I've been picking like, okay, I'm going to watch this new thing, and then I watch those and then nothing else. Like I watched all of Frieren, because I decided I wanted to do that. I watched the first season of Witch Hat Atelier, which if it had more seasons, I would have continued watching, but it does not currently. And I do plan to read the manga before anyone asks. I haven't yet. And I watched. What was it? Apothecary Diaries, seasons 1 and 2, also kind of over the summer, I guess. I didn't like that one as much, especially season 2. Season 1 was fine. Do you speak German? No, sadly no. You can speak English, Swedish, and a bit of Japanese, as I remember. Yes, that's correct. English, Swedish, and a bit of Japanese. Favorite spell for human to forget stuff? I cast it. What's your favorite comfort character? All of them instantly disappear. This is why I made the reference sheet. So I can just be like, whenever someone asks, who's your comfort character? Take your pick. I recently reorganized stuff in my room because I kept having that problem. And it was getting infuriating. So I reorganized my entire room, because before my merch was organized by which, like, by the franchise they're from. So like, just for example, because we've been talking about My Hero Academia, all of my My Hero Academia stuff was like in one corner, and then my Demon Slayer stuff was in another corner, and it was getting infuriating because I would look over at everyone and be like, what anime do I like again? Who are my comfort characters? And so I reorganized it recently and put all of my comfort characters in like a little shrine together, and it looks really nice and it makes me happy to look at. I gotta figure out how to get some merch for some of the ones I'm missing though, because I do not have even a single thing for everyone. Final Fantasy core is most of them wear a coat or something casual, but some of them has the ability to compress the world into a cookie. Oh. Just bought the manga set Promised Neverland. Ooh. Do you enjoy the Promised Neverland? I'm guessing you do if you bought the manga set. I saw the first season many years ago, but I have not seen anything past that. Watch for you, and how do you like it? I love it. It made me so incredibly emotional. I think it was a good time for me to watch it too, because if I'd watched it any earlier, I would have been feeling bad about it, because like, you know, it deals with grief a lot, and the way that the way that the people in our lives impact us, and how you deal with how you deal with the memories of that person after they're gone, you know. And that's kind of the whole point of Free Run, and I think it would have hit a bit too close to home as if I watched it any earlier, but like perfectly timed when I watched it. It's so beautiful, both in animation and story, and I have a lot of emotions about it, but it's so good. We'll rewatch at some point, and we'll be absolutely keeping up with whenever the next season comes out. Watch season 1 of the anime, and now I'll read the manga all the way through. That's fair. The anime botches the manga? Oh, I didn't realize they were different. Things that question's evil because it specifically asks for your favorite comfort characters, so you only have one answer, and if I genuinely say that, you'd be unlocked for ages. Yeah. I wouldn't ask such a thing yet. Oh, like them toothpaste brands, the chances of me asking are low but never zero. Sponsored by sponsored by Colgate instead of Colgate. Nice. Appearance in my top favorite anime that you watched it at a time you thought suited you best. Your review of it is excellent. Oh, I'm glad you agree with my take on it. It was, yeah. I know I'm like super late to watching it, but for me in my like life, it was the perfect time. Fun fact: the reason it ended up being the exact time that it was is because they had a collab with AFK Journey, which I have not played actively, but whenever they have a collab, I will go in, because the collab characters do not come back. And I'm like, I will not miss out on the collab characters. But yeah, they had a collab with Freerun, and I played the story of the collab and was confused. And so I decided, like, oh, I'm gonna play the collab story, and then watch the anime. And very good decision. I'm happy I did. wanted these to be like more opaque, kind of tights, I guess, underneath. Because I want this to be kind of a late fall vibe. And you're not gonna be wearing a skirt and leg warmers without leggings or something underneath if it's cold weather. So let's see. Might as well just delete all of the layers that are invisible right now because they're just the colors of the other outfit. When I was talking about the manga being botched by the anime, I'm talking about Promised Neverland, by the way, just to be clear. Yeah, I got it, but thank you for clarifying. Colgate, but only for cool gays. I wonder if it's different in any way or if it's just the packaging. Either way would be funny. Fearin has a strong opening for me to win me over. I felt like the pain, the joy, and everything to finish Fearin. Yeah, it's very good. Would recommend. I do find it funny how the lyrics of the intro are basically just describing the anime. It's very rare, honestly, for that to be the case in all the anime that I've seen. I'm just thinking of the chorus, like I can't remember what the actual lyrics in Japanese are right now, but they pretty much just translate to saying like it was just a journey, and it was supposed to be like it was just supposed to be that one road, and then it was supposed to be over, and then you changed my entire life. Pretty much. And I feel like that just describes all of what the anime is about. Which I feel like when people when they get custom music for anime intros, like why is not a more common thing for the song to actually relate to what the I guess this case is just like a bit more literal because I'm thinking about it, and there's like a few of the My Hero Academia songs. Definitely the first Demon Slayer intro. I can't remember all of the lyrics of the other ones. Also want to write my stories like Fearin, where it has action and seriousness, but also light as well. Hey. Music in Fearin is simply beautiful. It's up there with Legends of Zelda. It does have some really good music. I think I would have to rewatch it to get any of it memorized, because I'm kind of like that on a first watch of an anime. Like, I'll enjoy it, but I won't really have it memorized until I've watched it a million times. Case in point, my like 15 rewatches of the first season of Free and Haikyuu. And Kingdom Hearts, yeah. If Kingdom Hearts had an anime, it would also be up there among my favorite anime, but it's a video game, so let's see. I kind of want to do more of a cohesive color theme for this one. Maybe it's just a little bit more muted because it's supposed to be like fall vibes. reason why I asked the trope questions, because I was watching a Lavender Town video and they're talking about that, and I was thinking how to write personalities from OCs. Oh, I see. Characterization's the hardest for me. I just know how they feel, but to express themselves, it's hard. Yeah, I have trouble with a part of that as well. Like, I have no trouble writing what the personality of my characters is like, but I have trouble writing dialogue that is different from my own. Like the way that I personally speak and have like my vocabulary and my word choices. Yeah, I find that part really hard. That's what Himmel the hero would do, yeah. Not exactly what you mean. Rewatch allows you to take in more by allowing you to focus less on the central story, since you already know it, and more on everything else that makes the media great. Yeah, exactly. I think the only exception to that rule for me personally is the animation. Like, everything visual. Like, I will straight up lose focus on the plot sometimes because I'm looking at like, oh my gosh, they did these backgrounds in like a diorama format, or like, oh, these backgrounds were done in watercolor, look at them. Or like the intro, the Freerin intro, how it's so like collage feeling with all of the plants and the flowers and the like and the different layers. I have had to rewatch. I think in Freerin specifically because they do a lot of mixed media sometimes, and that's kind of caught my attention over the plots. I have had to like go back and be like, okay, what are they talking about? I had that also with Apothecary Diaries, because I was just looking at all of the lighting and shading techniques and all of the like details, the way they animate her eyes sometimes. I had to go back because I was just looking at how pretty the animation was. Are they noticing all those details in the art? I suspect you are an artist. Yeah. I've talked to my mom about that. How like sometimes when I'm watching animated shows, honestly, no matter what the genre is, like whether it's anime or whether it's a movie, honestly whether it's 2D or 3D, like regardless of any of that, like the kind of animation techniques they use. And I'm like, this is slightly off topic, but just like when I was watching Elementals, I was just sitting there going, oh my gosh, the effects work, how'd they do that? Because 3D effect work in movies, whether it's live action or animated, fascinates me because I don't understand how it works. 2D animation I can like unpuzzle in my brain, being like, oh, this is how they did that, and then I'll be like, okay, note to self, I gotta practice doing that because I want to figure out how to do it well myself. But with 3D stuff, like I know how 3D animation works, so like the animation itself, I can just be like, oh my gosh, it's so smooth, or that's how they did that. But when it comes to effects work, I'm looking at it in like awe, being just like looking at a magic show, being like, how'd they do that? That's so cool. Yeah. Super cool to hear about this animation piece from the perspective of an artist. That's like one of my favorite things about watching animated things specifically, because it is such a both like a learning experience, but also like I feel like it's a technical skill to unpuzzle how they've done it. And I didn't start doing that as like a thing of, oh, I should learn from this. I just kind of started doing it automatically. But it's so fun. I want to figure out how it all works, because I want to know how to do all the things. I wish to someday have the skill and experience in 2D and 3D and animation, and like the kind of jack of all trades kind of thing, where you just know how to do everything. I want to be there someday. I'm not there yet, but someday I want to know how to do all of those things. And also just like the Genshin animated teasers. That's like, I know how those work now. I know how they make them. And I learned that because I started making VTuber models. And it's just really fun to be like, I know how that works now. Heck yeah. Speaking of chaos, I just talk in many strange ways, such as this. There's my thespian old English mode, my Yeetus deletus Gen Z mode, and of course, appropriate corpo speak. Hello, Mix Mari, how are you? Yeah. I feel like I only got one way of speaking. It's either not at all or like... Actually, no. Hold on, I got maybe two. Not at all, masking femme mode, and the version you hear on stream, pretty much. Hello, Mystic. Welcome in. Welcome. We're talking about all sorts of stuff today while we're making OC outfits. Making a cozy, cute fall outfit today. Working on the colors right now. Oh, never mind. I need to switch that. This yellow needs to be the top. I just started... You know when you just start coloring a part and being like, no, it's not gonna work for this outfit. Oh, I just got such a cute idea. Because this yellow color, exactly this yellow, is Phil's favorite color, and he wears it all the time, and she's been he wants to get better at like fashion stuff. He wants to dress better because yeah, or like more intentionally, I guess. And she's been helping him try and pick out outfits and like figure out what his personal style is. This exact yellow is his favorite color, and she's kind of crushing on him. I wonder if this was like a hoodie that they found in his closet, and he was like, no, I'm gonna get something else in this color, you can keep it. And she just cropped it into a crop top and wears it now. That's such a cute idea. I like it. I might make that into the canon. This is so cute. I just got off work. It's my last day. Oh, congrats! I hope it was a good day and you get to have a good rest now. Welcome back, Cooper. Welcome. Oh, the temptation to make these leg warmers different colors. Because she would be the one to just... like, to buy 5 pairs and randomly match them together with not their matching pair. I think I'll make it this teal, but kind of... a bit darker, I think. The design for our outfit's great, very nice. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, I think we'll color this in white first, just so I can see the outline better, so we don't miss any spots. Music? Music, are we good? Here we go. Might sleep soon. Sounds nice. Thank you for coming in to say hi then. Regardless of how long you stay. I hope you have a good sleep whenever you do end up going to bed. You have to mask your voice too. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's more of a like subconscious thing. I wish I had more control over it. It's kind of just it just kind of happens. It happens more often when I speak Swedish, but generally when I'm in more like situations where I'm uncomfortable, my voice just kind of slips back into the habits that I yeah, it gets complicated. But my voice just kind of slips back into the habits that I developed for various not so pleasant reasons over the years. And I want to do voice training to get rid of that, because most of the time what you hear on stream is more of my like comfortable range, but I wish I had a wider range in like deeper voice direction. But I'm not quite there yet. To be fair, I don't need to know that, but it's interesting. Yeah, it's I feel like I feel like it's a pretty common thing with autistic people. Like, masking is not just a physical, like, body language thing. For a lot of people, it's about not just body language and facial expressions, but like both like voice pitch and voice tone and like intonation. Like I feel like I mask less on stream now than I used to, but like often when I'm completely not masking, my voice is a lot more monotone than most people in my life ever hear it. Voice isn't the same for everyone in chat, of course, you as well. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Hello, cheer each other on. All of our projects will do well and be a fun time, and yay. That is the goal, that is what we hope for. Even I have 3 models of dialogue. Getting on my characters talk and act is still hard to do, especially with how stiff my ending sentences are. Yeah, I have trouble figuring out my character's like vocabulary range in comparison to mine. I have a problem where I write like one line, so start. It's kind of very direct and descriptive. Based on that example, I feel like. I think I can understand it contextually. I ask this with respect because I like to learn more. What exactly is the intention with masking? Masking is most of the time subconscious. The masking I'm talking about right now, just to be absolutely clear, is autistic masking. I do think for me personally, it gets affected slightly by the fact that I'm trans, so it would be obviously slightly different for everyone. But generally, autistic masking is a subconscious process that you develop over your entire life from your childhood, where you try and do your best to like, because the thing with a lot of I feel like most people who get diagnosed with autism, one of the biggest social things is like all of the little hidden unspoken social rules that are never written down. Like most people, it just comes naturally to, like things like keeping eye contact in a conversation, or the way that you continue speaking, like continue holding conversations alive and asking questions back when, like, I'm so bad at this. When people ask me a question, regardless of if it's just like, oh, how are you? I'll just be like, yeah, I'm okay. It does not come naturally to me to ask a question back. That is a thing that I have had to learn. Things like that, and being like, oh, how do normal people, how do neurotypical people like move through their day? How do they walk? How do they greet other people? How like stimming often is seen as strange or quote unquote unnecessary by a lot of neurotypical people. Those sorts of things. Masking is the entire process of looking at how other people act and speak and live throughout their days, and picking all of that up and trying to copy it to the best of your abilities. Often for the sake of safety, because depending on what your living situation as a child were, whether you get bullied in school, whether you're allowed to stim at home, whether you're allowed to, whether you were like apprehended or scolded or punished for stimming, or like whether physically or vocally, or all of the things like that, they matter a lot, because if you were discouraged from acting on your, like, the autistic parts of your brain, then it becomes a necessary safety to mask. It becomes, like, we're getting into psychology at this point, but like, your life will feel unsafe because you're not allowed to do those things. And you start masking to be like, okay, how do I pretend to be like them so I can be seen as normal and be safe? And that's the kind of whole thing behind it. And it'll be different for everyone. That's why also, like, autistic people have a very different masking. Like, because it depends on what kind of people were around them when they were young. And it depends on whether they were allowed to have that, like, to be themselves growing up. Because if they people who while growing up were not discouraged from like stimming and speaking, like, and hyperfixating and venting, and who were allowed to like if no one's like got on their case about not keeping eye contact or having conversations quote unquote the way you're supposed to, people who were less apprehended for it are likely to mask less. Maybe they don't even have like mask at all. Maybe they don't at all. But if you got in trouble for it a lot, from whatever point, like whichever direction in your young life, you're likely to mask more and often have no control over it. It's not a thing you turn off and on like consciously. It is, this is how I stay stay safe while alive. As sad as it is, that is the reality of it. Yeah, that gets kind of deep and dark if you head too deep into it. And I don't want to get too deep into my personal life, but like to be very vague about it, I was bullied in school, and I have a lot of relatives that are very extroverted, so I think that's why I am the way that I am. But like I've been lucky with a lot of my encounters despite all of that, but that's why my mask is very subconscious and automatic. Yeah. Let me just catch up on chat after all of that. Sorry, it got kind of deep. Will it feel like I put people in the roughest road and have to do a sharp turn for every ending of a sentence? More of a descriptive writer growing up, so it makes sense. You remind me of how I describe my characters in my prototype stories. Have you ever heard of the infamous fanfic called My Immortal? I feel like I've heard the title, but I don't know what it is at all. Honestly, even non-neurodivergent people struggle to answer questions. It's like a social thing people expect you to know. But honestly, answering a question without getting stopped is a challenge. Yeah, I think part of the thing that becomes a difficulty too is like, because it's expected of everyone, but nobody ever like, this is a thing that still like makes me so frustrated with the way that socialization, not socialization, socializing happens. That has like frustrated me ever since I was a child. Why do people not just say what they mean? It would be so much easier. It's like I have a really stupid example of this. I will get back to reading chat, but like, you know how if people want you to do something, instead of saying, hey, can you do that thing? They say, oh, instead of saying, hey, like, this is the situation, I would like you to do this, they will say, like, would you be able to? And my literal, like, autistic thinking brain goes, yes, I could. That, I got in trouble because of that as a kid sometimes, because it's like, it's expected that you understand, right? That you do the thing that they are talking about if they ask you if you were aware of it. But they haven't asked you to do something yet. And I'm like, I get it now, obviously. I've gotten it down by this point, but and when people like skirt around a topic in conversation and they expect you to pick up on the subtext and just figure out what they mean, I am still unable to do that to this day. Really, yeah. Helps me understand it better. Thank you for taking the time to explain. No, it's a very complex thing to condense into a simple definition. Yeah. If we wanted to go into the trenches of all the details of it, it would take hours. This is why people study psychology. This is why there are entire this is why there are psychologists and therapists specifically educated to work specifically with neurodivergent people. Because there's another thing that comes with that. If obviously this doesn't go for everyone, but it is semi-common that if an autistic person goes to normal therapy, it will not help. Because you have to work around a lot of other things. And like kind of depuzzle. That's the thing too, like why the rules are the way they are. The rules of society, like I know this is also a semi-common autistic thing of like, you can't just accept like, oh, this is this way, or this is not allowed and you have to do it this way. And I am this way too, still to this stage, is like, I can't just accept that. I have to know why. Why do we do it this way? Why is it not allowed to be another way? Will it break? Will something break? Will something go wrong? Why do we do it this way? Why are the rules this way? Like, being in school because of that sort of thing can be complicated, because it's like, oh well, the rules are this way and we do it this way, and like the math classes, and they say, hey, you do it this way and this is the way it works. Me in the corner doing it backwards and getting in trouble for it, even though I got the right answer. Just, yeah. We're getting off topic of masking, so I'll stop it there, but yeah. The amount of times I have to work with people and some answer with the classic one word, okay. Just wanted a clear and direct answer most of the time and make it clear. Masking is definitely a topic that's complex. I'm trying my best to understand it. So far I do believe that patience key in making peeps comfy is also good. This is why I feel like it's so... I know it's more common now that people like know what autism is, but it's still, like, the general knowledge about it still needs to go up, because, yeah. I'm gonna describe the opening line of the fanfic and tell me, is this a good way to introduce a character? While explaining the character's looks instead of, you know, describing them as an actor describing a scene. It's the flow. Yeah, it's not like necessarily bad, but I would do it some other way. Society is the reason why I'm the Joker. This is why sharing knowledge is very important to shape the world into a better, safer place. Yeah. Fascinating in learning more about all of this. Also question everything the way you're mentioning. Yeah, there are definitely like a lot of things in autism that are like bits and pieces of it like are common in a lot of neurotypical people too, but it's just like when all of these sort of traits come together in this like combo package of a box, all of those things together are what count as an autism diagnosis. Kind of explains one of my favorite memes. A mom lovingly says that her young son suffers from autism. The kid says, "I'm not suffering," with a big old smile on his face. It's very literal. Yeah. That's because that sort of implies that it's like an illness or something, which isn't really right. It's very much just like a different way of being, but the way that our current human society is built is just not, it doesn't have the space to accommodate a lot of neurotypical people. It was easier to exist, I think, as a neurotypical, sorry, what, neurodivergent? I am getting tired, sorry. Our current society is not built for neurodivergent people, and it was easier to exist as a neurodivergent person in like a kind of community-based society when humans evolved to be this way. Yeah. Not bad, but the thing is, that's just a fraction. Snippet of what I sent you is just 1/8 of the dialogue. Is it that sort of description for the entirety of those, for the entirety of the rest of the seventh, 8th pieces? Personally agree that autism needs more recognition. Growing up, I barely met anyone who's autistic, and the only one I met someone's brother. I felt like, thinking back on it now afterwards, I have some thoughts about that, specifically how it was handled at my school when I was a kid, because there were people who had ADHD in my class and dyslexia, like a significant amount. And there were teachers who knew enough about it to be able to help them, and they had they would have the same like kind of lecture portion where they would go through all the things and then be like, okay, everyone do the assignment, we're gonna do this and this, and just to be clear about this, it's like, think like 4th to 6th grade, so somewhere around like 10 to 12 years old. And the kids who had ADHD and dyslexia and who needed help who the teachers knew like needed help going through, like, okay, maybe we need to clarify this or this, or maybe they need help writing, or like maybe we need to go over what the text says before they can start. And my mom knew that I was autistic from like when I was a baby. She just figured it out. Don't ask me how, I'm not sure. But she did. And she went to the teachers with it, was like, hey, I'm not diagnosed, but you know, I think my child is autistic and they could use some help. And there was not a single teacher at my school who knew what autism entailed. And I went to a school therapist. She had no idea how to help, but I went to her anyway and just rambled on about My Little Pony for a few hours a week. And I think the dichotomy of that, like, in hindsight, it makes me kind of upset, because there was so much support for, like, I'm glad they had support, don't get me wrong, but it makes me upset that they had, that there was so much support and understanding for a diagnosis that is, like, similar and close to autism. Like, there was understanding for kids who were neurodivergent, but there was no understanding for autistic kids. And I have no idea if there were any other autistic kids in my class or at my school at all, because the teachers had no idea, which makes me kind of upset. Because I think if I had had that support back in school, things might have been different. They were very rowdy, and I assume people with autism are very rowdy. I grew up and met more people with autism and get surprised when they're not party animals. I feel like that's very, very individual. Because I've always been, like, incredibly shy and reserved. It's only when I start talking about my hyperfixations I can rant on for a long time. But otherwise, I've always been the person to sit quietly in a room for like 10 hours straight. I can't claim to know everything about autism because I only know it through my friends. who has it, but it's good to have the knowledge so I can understand people more. Genuinely, thank you to everyone that's here still for listening. for listening and having the patience to try and understand a different perspective and a different life experience and like try to understand. It is genuinely very appreciated. With that being said, I'm glad every moment in the universe has led to this moment where I get to say you've made it far. I'm confident you'll succeed and be fulfilled in your passions. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you, Benjamin. Okay. It is time to go and get a reference of the probably like 2020 Royalty AU outfit. I know it's in here somewhere. The general pieces. Is it an AU's? Yeah. Heads up for pre-redesign May and Michael in the Royalty AU. Let's see, that's both of them. We're just gonna take the Michael one and put it in here for reference. We will be redesigning this, so. I think we'll take the opacity down on these ones a little bit, just so we can see clearer. Of course, we'd be ashamed to not listen and not understand personally. Find people's experiences interesting as an educational experience. So thanks for taking the time to explain more. The world's better when people understand each other. Thank you for having the interest and patience to listen. I have a friend who has autism and they're the best DM for D&D I've ever played with. Their ideas are interesting and they help me help give me a try at playing with my characters more. Oh. Hello. Welcome in, Ava. Welcome. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you. We're currently doing outfits for one of my OCs. The ball gown outfit here is outdated. We're about to redesign it because it's from a couple years ago, but all of these other ones are like recent outfits that I've done for her. And we're just about to redesign the Royalty AU outfit. To me, it doesn't matter if you're gay, autistic, or whatever, as long as you're not evil, you're friend-shaped to me. I agree with that. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I might want to move this over even more. Just a bit, because we do gotta make some space for this dress. Let's see. I think we might keep some of the inspiration a little bit, but I think we would probably redo most of it. I do wanna keep, like, I like giving her fun sleeves. Sleeves are fun. What's this OC's name? Can you tell me a bit about them? This is Maigo. She is one of my the OCs from a story I'm writing. Like this. See her? There we go. She's been around for the story in quite a while. She's we're kind of most of the point in the timeline where I'm exploring currently with my characters is kind of just post a time skip, and she's kind of just coming out of her more reserved, shy shell. She's enjoying fashion. She likes making little arts and crafts, and she has a friend who likes to crochet like little friendship necklaces and well, not necklaces. English is not my first language for context, but I'm also quite tired. She likes to crochet like little scarves and bracelets and stuff, and so they trade arts and crafts back and forth. It's very cute. And it's kind of in a school setting, but a lot of my characters are not in the same school. She's at a different school from most of my other characters. And she's kind of just at that point in like later teen years where she's managed to figure out like, okay, this is who I want to be, and she's just starting to take steps towards that. Yay. She's quite cheerful. She likes to wear a lot of colors, as you can see, in accessories. Yeah. And she's helping her childhood friend and crush also figure out his kind of fashion style. Yeah. And she has two like found family siblings who go to the other school. They're all quite close. Reminded me of Fern's ball gown and Furin. Oh, I don't remember exactly what that one looks like. So I've been meeting a lot of people with DID as of lately. When my old homies realized they have DID. For this year has been my DID awareness year. Oh, that's good. It's a good like awareness topic for the year. I feel like. Any stories of it's still in the works, but I am working on it. I got a little Tumblr wiki, little Tumblr wiki blog for it, where I post art of my OCs and some little story bits here and there. This year was my first year participating in Art Fight, and so I got to. It was kind of it was really fun putting everyone's like little profiles together. So I've been thinking like, what am I gonna do for all of my OCs like character profiles next year? It's really exciting. Hey. Last year was Autism Awareness year because the influx of people I vibe with who have autism has increased. I stuck around with them. No doubt that you're one of them. The outfits are so freaking cute. I'm glad you like them. I like them too. I pretty much have like one of these little outfit. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up my words so much. My bad. But I pretty much have one of these like little outfits line up for most of my characters, and the ones that don't have one already, I'm planning on making them, because I do got quite a few characters who I've made it a goal for myself to make like a complete closet for each of my characters because I love fashion. I love clothing and like outfits. Yay. So that's like a work in progress kind of project. And I have a lot of fun with it. Hey. Hello, just wants and zeros. Welcome in. Welcome. Also, I love the Shadow Milk Cookie and Pure Vanilla Cookie. There. Yay! They're my two favorites. we do got comfort characters just lining up all over the screen. Speaking of meeting people, I'm in my spreading the influence mode as of late. Let's see, what do we do for the skirt? Honestly, I might make it more fluffy, like hoop skirt kind of shaped. Okay, maybe we should do this on a different layer while I'm still sketching. So I think yeah, this would have the outfit on the right here that we're like redesigning. It would have been before I really knew what kind of character she is, and I kind of just made it similar to May's dress. Because this sort of shape definitely fits May better. I'm trying to picture. I guess there's hoop skirts of all shapes and sizes at this point. I kind of want to give it a longer train. Like very princessy, kind of. That means I want to socialize, meet new people, and communicate. This time I'm haunting the Stoat servers. A little Linux use a lovely time. I have to ask, what are the Stoat servers? Isn't stoat like a type of little animal? There's a specific one I'm thinking of from like something. I can't remember what it is. But it isn't it like kind of meerkat looking, even though it's not a feline, I don't think. I don't know the name for this in English, unless it is just stoat. I keep thinking of the Swedish word. I swear my extroverted side of my ambivertedness only comes out with certain communities. And these I'm comfy with. That makes sense. Colors look good together. I'm not making outfits. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them so far. I think it's really fun to experiment with color. I don't really wear like bright colors like this myself, so I'm like exploring all avenues of fashion styles through my characters. Stoat is the Discord alternative I'm up to. Oh, it's a great project I did on my Discord. They got a new update and you can screen share now on that piece. Any more friends can come around. The communities I'm not comfy with, I met a 4chaner on YouTube and they are built different. Yeah, I have a feeling I don't need to know about that story. I'm just gonna Google real quick because I want her to be. I want her dress to be inspired by Rococo style specifically. I forget which years that is exactly. Can I get like, hold on, let me see if I can find like, yeah, like 1715 to 1780, somewhere around there. 1700, somewhere in there. I have been going just based off memory so far, so we might be slightly off. As much as I love fashion history, I am not an expert. Yeah. I got my references in my head now. We're a little bit off. This is more modern princess kind of vibe. But we don't have to do that much to change that. I do still want the floofy sleeves, because I think they just fit her. Even if it's slightly off style. This is a fantasy story anyway. It doesn't have to be entirely historically accurate. I'm pretty sure I actually designed the original outfits for this Royalty AU for a school assignment. And we were, because it was a school assignment about historical fashion, and I've always loved Baroque and Rococo kind of fashion styles, just like aesthetically. So I'm pretty sure I did my assignment on that, and that's where this came from. It's like design assignment. I remember doing like, you know, in school when they make you do like presentations, and you have to make a collage of stuff on a like A3 or like double A3 paper, like you tape them together in the middle. I'm pretty sure it was that sort of project, or like a little PowerPoint thing. I forget if it was digital or physical, but it was for that regardless. I tried to do this with my OCs, but for some reason I just can't draw interesting outfits for the life of me. Yeah, it does take a lot of practice. I've spent, honestly, most of my years doing art just drawing outfits. So I have a lot of practice with it. I'm sure that you will be able to as well if you put the time and determination into it. You'll get there. There's a lot of other art things that I struggle with. I haven't practiced them as well. Best I don't, as you're thinking. Yeah, probably for the best. Stick to my corners of the internet. None of my designs are historically accurate. Looks like my 12 feet tall cat girl with a hammer. Heck yeah. That's awesome though. Yeah, mine doesn't have to be entirely historically accurate either. Mine is also a fantasy world, but I would like it to be like recognizable what the inspiration was. Speaking of inspiration stuff, does anyone remember like several weeks ago when we talked about the like making like a PowerPoint for all my OCs with like what their inspirations and references have been? I'm still thinking about that. I think at this point it's gone so long and I'm still thinking about it to a point where I kind of need to. Even if I never share it on stream, even if it's just for myself, I think I need to make one of those now. One of the stories I'm making basically is a bunch of OCs that have mixed fantasy. Heritages. I was about to say mixed Final Fantasy heritages. Dwarf and elf combo, aka dwarf. Started game been last year personally. Let me tell you, it's never too late to start out. Yeah! It is never too late. Whenever you feel like starting, you start. Done right now, actually. Gotta get practicing at any time. Oh, nice! Hey, communal art time. Kagurl's a mix of the classic of the Nordic giants, trolls, and of course, animal-eared person. I always have trouble pronouncing Kimono Mimi. When I read it spelled out, there's just too many syllables. I gotta hear it and like read it, and then read it out loud in my head to hear how many syllables, and then I can say it. If I try to read it mid-sentence, it just gets scrambled up. Story with the combos is just about them trying to fight for their right to be part of society as well as fighting a very evil demon. Sounds like a good, like, what do you call those? Like... Because I was about to call it a redemption story, and that's not at all what it is. Like righteous? Is that the right word? I'm not sure. Like getting themselves to the place in the world where they deserve to be, kind of. I don't know if there's a word for that. I feel like there is. So many different universes from OCs. A bunch just in a normal universe, Earth. A bunch of OCs on a different planet. A bunch on a bug hybrid infested land. Oh, that sounds cool. I titled the story as The Party of Misfits, but now I retitled it to Dreams of Augmented Unity. Oh, I think both of those titles are nice. I do get why you changed it, though. It's giving like medieval prince vibes with the if I make the sleeves like that, or like jester, like oh me and my weakness for jester jester-coded characters and outfits, and I'm gonna miss my art fight, like, tragedy Sona. I really wish that I would have made a like a full body reference and put that in my Sona reference sheet for art fight this year. maybe I'll make it, even if it's just for me, because it's too late by now. Also writing a book set in medieval times. Ooh, characters book is the jester. Yeah, I love jester-coded characters. Or straight up jester characters. Or characters that look like jesters. I may have a slight problem, but you know, it's fine. I was thinking about that recently, just like... Whenever there's a fandom that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should get into this fandom. Should I watch that anime? Should I play that video game? Should I involve myself in the fandom in whatever way? And just... if there is a jester like of any kind in whatever fandom it is, that there's been too many stupid examples of me just giving in immediately. Just show me a jester and I'll be like, yeah, sign me up. Too many stupid examples. AFK Journey. The Amazing Digital Circus. The reason I got back to Cookie Run Kingdom after being on hiatus for 2 years. It is what it is. My sees a pirate clown, so yeah, we love clowns. Yeah. Hello, fanboys, welcome in. I'm glad you like it so far. I feel like we're having a good time. Oh my gosh. The strength that I have had to pull together to not get into the Freak Circus fandom, you have no idea. It feels like half the Homicipher fandom has, like, moved to the Freak Circus fandom, and I keep seeing things about it on my Tumblr feed. And I know if I play that game, I'm going to get... I don't know what character is gonna worm their way into the comfort corner. I don't know who's going to invade my hyperfixation space, but I swear, one of them is going to, and I can't right now. I have to finish animating cookies before I get absolutely obsessed with another character, another character in another fandom. I'm so tempted to get into the Freak Circus, but I'm so scared to become too, because all the fan art I see is so freaky. Probably why it's called Freak Circus. Yeah. I feel like I've gotten lucky in that case, because I haven't seen any fan art that's like that odd or strange or like uncomfy. I've probably gotten lucky with that because I do moderate like all of my feeds on all of the social media I'm on, whether it's YouTube or Tumblr or wherever else I'm on. I do not trust the algorithm to choose anything for me. But yeah, it's... me too, I'm kind of scared of how yandere it's gonna be, because I've been told it's quite a lot. But also, I survived Homicipher. We dealt with Scarletella and it's fine now. like so many of the people I follow who used to do a lot of Sun and Moon art too seem to have also gotten into that game, and they make a lot of fan art for the Freak Circus now. But the fact that so many people I follow from various fandoms that I like have all gotten into that game tells me that I'm probably going to like at least parts of it. Favorite fandom ever is Alien Stage right now. I still have not seen it. I've been told I've kind of figured out by now it's a musical, right? Because I keep seeing Shadow Vanilla like ship animatic music videos to music from Alien Stage. Which, by the way, a majority of them are very, very well animated. I came across someone recently who had made like a it was I'm pretty sure it was titled animatic, but it was so smooth you could just call it an animation, like a full-on music video. It was really good. It's a load of music videos, yeah. It's getting an anime soon. Oh, really? I'm happy for everyone in the fandom then. I hope the anime's good. I gotta get to watching the Twisted Wonderland anime, because that's out, right? I wanted to play the game, but I never got to, because I know it has English servers, but it's not available in Sweden for whatever reason. And I couldn't be bothered figuring out how to get the Japanese version. And I can't read kanji well enough to be able to play the Japanese version either, probably. It just got me thinking about, like, anime adaptations now. About the A3 and Obey Me animes. That just made me realize I never watched season 2 of Obey Me. Season 1 was good. I thought, at least, but it's kind of one of those animes where it's like, if you don't play the video game, it's kind of like you're gonna miss out on a lot if you just watch the anime. You gotta go play the video game to get the actual lore. I forgot it was today. Yeah, it's today. Welcome in. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome. Stream is always on Friday. The A3 anime was decent though. You don't have to play the video game to get the story of A3. You just watch the anime. I will say though, I missed the A3 never got a season 2, and they shut the English servers down honestly kind of soon after the anime ended. But there was like a whole for context, A3 is a theater troupe in universe. Like the game is called A3 and it's about a theater troupe growing, and they have like different groups within the theater based on different seasons. And so the first 2 seasons of the anime are spring and summer and fall and winter of the first year, and then the game continues and there's a second year and there's a second troupe for each season, like a second group, and that was also really good, and that never got into the anime, and that makes me kind of sad because I can't play it anymore because they shut the English servers down. the global servers. I was really enjoying Down to Down, but I can't finish now on Tuber for some reason. I can't get to finishing it. I've had that happen to a lot of anime for me too. Was Down to Dawn good though? I haven't seen any of it. Don't know what you choose to buy with the other three. I'm kidding. Oh. Like for some reason, Pokemon is one of those for me. Like, I have started. I've watched X, Y, and Z. In like my mid-teens somewhere. It was a while ago. And I finished Sun and Moon, but it took me like a full year to get through. And I took a really like half a year break in there. But I've been wanting to watch Black and White for so long, and I've started it like 3 times, and for some reason I just kind of lose it around episode 25 to 30. And I wish I could get through the rest of it, because like I play Pokemon Masters like on and off here and there, and N is one of my favorite characters in there. And just like, I just want to know your story. But I can't get through the anime. I love my OCs and want to make the characters make sense and develop in their best selves. First episode was questionable and almost didn't continue, but yeah, it got good. I will keep that in mind then. Cause I have that sort of thing where it's like, if I'm a completionist, but if I haven't gotten past the first episode that and I'm having like a really bad time, I'll usually just drop it. Particular stories just stuck in my head for some reason. Out of curiosity, like I have my Annie list obviously that I use for things, but I haven't really shared it anywhere. And this is not like a guaranteed will do, but like I feel like people ask about anime often enough to where I'm thinking like, would it be worth like would I don't know. Like, should I actually give out what my anime list is so people can have a look at what anime I've seen? I would have to do a little bit of cleanup probably, like personal notes and stuff, but otherwise, like, is that something that anyone would want to see? I don't know. Excited on the plushie now. Nice. Oh my gosh. Talking about merch. Did anyone see the new giant Pure Vanilla statue that Cookie Run released? Has anyone seen that? Because oh my gosh, I just want to cry. He's so pretty. I watched Dick TV's unboxing video where he like opened up a bunch of merch that he'd gotten for Cookie Run Kingdom specifically. And Cookie Run sent him like a surprise package where he received both like the he got all of the big statues, the Silent Salt, who's his favorite character, and then Shadow Milk and Pure Vanilla. and he opened them up at different times, and when he opened the Shadow Milk one, I thought it was so funny. The first thing he said was like, after he was finished like looking at it being like, oh my gosh, it's so good, the first thing he said was like, oh, now we just need Pure Vanilla so we can make them kiss. And then surprise, surprise, he got one. in a couple boxes later. I just thought that was really funny, but oh my gosh, when I saw the Pure Vanilla one, I just wanted to cry. I'm so happy they made one. I'm so happy they made one for him. It sounds good, but don't do it if you don't want to. I'll probably have a think about it, because it's like, people ask often enough and my memory is terrible. So if that is something people are curious about, after I do some like account cleanup for personal notes, I probably wouldn't mind, honestly, having it be public. I think your animations are beautiful. Oh, thank you. I've seen it, yeah. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. I still find the animation cute. I like the ending. The, do you mean the newest one? The Cookie Run one? Oh, exciting news, actually. I've finished that clip. Like, the entirety of that clip that I was working on. It's about 5 to 6 minutes long. And I got some editing to do. I gotta paint some backgrounds, but otherwise, you might be getting like around 5-minute Cookie Run animation sometime within the next week, which will be exciting. I am prefacing this by saying I have a goal. I don't know how long the hyperfixation is gonna hold on. I don't know if I'll probably have to take breaks in between. However, I have a plan to animate like over the voiced like visual novel like cutscenes of Cookie Run. I want to animate all of the Spire of Deceit, the entire 3 hours of it. I want to so bad. And I have made a start on it. I got, as mentioned, about 5 minutes done, and I'm working on the next scene. I will be probably posting them as I finish them. So, and I'm gonna be jumping to whatever point in the story I feel like animating next. Like, I've been drawing only Pure Vanilla, pretty much, for the entire scene that's done now. So I'm taking, like, I'm jumping to a different point in the story so I can animate some other characters and just, like, get some variation in there. So they will be out of order. However, I will be posting them along the way, and hopefully we get somewhere before I temporarily lose the animation drive. But yeah, Cookie Run animations on the way. Who's your absolute favorite cookie? You can pick more than one, duh. My favorite's White Lily and Star Coral. Ah, those are good picks. Pure Vanilla is my absolute favorite. Shadow Milk is probably second. Red Velvet, Cream Unicorn are also like up there. It'd be easier if I could go like top 5. Like Red Velvet, Cream Unicorn. Yeah, there's a lot of cookies that I really like, but I do think those are my top 4. I would have to have a think about who would be my number 5. Yeah, and it's like Pure Vanilla is absolutely number 1, Shadow Milk's definitely number 2, and then the rest of the other 3 are just kind of a mixed bag. They're not necessarily in order, but yeah. I finished I only finished Star Coral Cookie. I only finished her story, like her little, like the oh my gosh, what are they called? The chapters in the book, the character stories. I only finished hers like semi-recently, because I kind of just ignored all of those book stories because they take so long with the feathers for quite a long time. But I liked it. It was really sweet. We definitely need something else here on this side after this. By the way, I'm fully like improvising this whole pattern. I was starting to drift out of my Syracuse phase, and then when White Lily Cookie went back to my phase because I was like, what do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I still haven't played most of the latest chapters, just a heads up, so no spoilers, please. I'm pretty sure I finished you know how there's like the Beasties chapters and then the like Timeline of Fate kind of thing. I finished the first 2 cards in Timeline of Fate. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So I'm a couple updates behind when it comes to story. I got some catching up to do. But yeah. By the way, because I've been animating, Cookie Run, I came across something that said like, oh, the anime isn't entirely guaranteed canceled anymore, like the show. And I had not heard about that, so I went looking for it, and apparently there had been like, not like an announcement, but like some hints that maybe it's still being worked on, maybe it's still happening. I don't know if that, like, how much we can, how much trust we can put in that, but I hope that's still like, I hope that it's real. I hope it's being worked on, that'd be amazing. how's the weather coming along? You know, I actually haven't looked outside today. So, I don't know. Just based on feeling and vibes, though, I feel like it's like decent weather today. A bit too warm for my taste still. I really feel like, if anyone here knows the YouTuber Rachel Maxey, she's a, like kind of crafts person, cosplayer. She makes costumes, she sews clothing and like general craft things of all kinds. She's amazing. She has this bit she does, because she loves fall just as much as I do, and she has like this little character that she puts on a little costume for sometimes and does a bit, which is like the fall goblin or something. I don't know if it has a name, but it's just a little creature that wants it to be fall and Halloween. And I really feel like that sometimes, because right now I'm sitting here just being like, please weather cool down a bit, please. Please give me some fall vibes soon. I know it's still August, but you know. It's been storming lately, so I'm just checking. Ah, I see. Yeah, we have had some storms in the week. There was some thunder for a while. And there was like one day of rain. And I was like, please, can I have another day of rain? But that didn't happen. Also Wednesday there was a lot of eclipse sightings everywhere, I think. I think the day before yesterday it was visible in Sweden. It was, I'm sure it was visible here and there. It was not visible where I am, but not because of like astrological things. It was just like completely cloudy. No one could see anything, and it was really funny. A relative of mine who was out that day like went past went to the places that sells like you know those like eclipse glasses. I don't know if there's a specific, they're probably a specific type of glasses, right? They went everywhere and everywhere was sold out. Absolutely everywhere. And then it was cloudy. So I feel a little like I hope those people all the people who bought those glasses still had a good day and didn't feel too disappointed. Just know I have beef with summer. Same. Yeah. I like how summer looks, but I do not like how it feels. Like, I love how green it is. I love all of the plants. I do not like the heat. Some days are I like when it's like partially cloudy. Because when it's only sun, I just can't go outside. I get sensory overload from being out there for like 5 seconds. You just like go out, look at the grass, be like, oh, the being sunny is giving the grass a really nice shade of like lime green color. And then immediately be like, okay, I've been out enough. Back inside I go. It was storming that day and night. You know, Eclipseman said the blood moon strikes though. Oh, that's cool. I did not know blood moon was happening. Yeah. It was I guess it was a little sad because it's not often I'm not an expert on this, but I was told that the next time there's going to be an eclipse, it's not going to be visible from Sweden, which is kind of sad. So it's going to be a really long time until the next time we get to see one here. I'm starting to think if we should do like a different little doodle of another one of my characters, because we are running out of time. We got about 20 minutes left. And I was kind of hoping we could draw one more character today. But if we're gonna do that, it's gonna have to be like now. Probably of one of the characters who did not have an Artbyte page this year. I was thinking of who to add for next year. Maiko, definitely. She was on the planning list for this year. What's the name of this character? Her name is Maiko. He says right here. I do like this dress so far. I like how it's turning out. Oh yeah, Maiko was on the planning list for this year. But I didn't have time to finish her references. I think Fidelia was also on the planning list. Yeah, she was. For next year, I'm thinking those two definitely, because I have time to finish their stuff now. But I've been thinking about Rachel and Juliet too. Because I think it'd be fun to see them drawn together. Tell me about her. Kind of girl is she? She's cheerful. She's been shy for a long time, and she's trying to get out of her shell now. So she's been making an effort to talk more and make friends, and like figure out what kind of interests she likes. She's figured out she likes arts and crafts. And she has some friends in her class now who also like that. She likes to bake and dance. And yeah, she's trying to teach herself to be optimistic, so she's working very hard to be she's kind of prone to anxious thoughts, which is partly why she was so shy before. So now she's kind of like, she gets stuck in the thought cycle sometimes, and then she'll be like, no, I'm not gonna get stuck there. I'm gonna do something that will make my day better. And then she'll run over to the other room. If she's home, she'll run over to the other room and be like, hey Phil, we're going on a walk. We're putting on fun outfits and we're going on a walk. some story context about why those two live together, but we'll get to that eventually when the story gets there. Which speaking of, there's an animation I've been working on to the song Harpy Hair, which relates to kind of the reason why her and Phil and one of my other OC's living situation is why it is the way it is. My sister bakes. Oh, that's cool. I like baking too. I made blueberry pie yesterday. It was a good time. Very tasty. It's kind of fun too, because she gets to know Kiera through her friend, and Kiera loves cooking and wants to learn baking, but is not very good at it. And so they're kind of like as she gets to know Kiera, Maiko's kind of teaching her how to bake, and Kiera's teaching her how to cook. It's kind of fun. They're like trading artistic food skills. Harpy Hair is a classic, yeah. I hope it turns out good. It's gonna be mainly about Mike, which I know I haven't really talked much about him. He has a pretty important role in the first part of the story I'm writing. This guy right here with red hair. He has a pretty important role in the beginning parts of the story I'm telling. Which is kind of why I haven't talked too much about him, because it would be heavy spoilers. But the Harpy Hair animatic or animation is gonna cover some parts of the story that, from his perspective, that are not included in the actual book I'm writing. So it's gonna be like some background knowledge, which I think will be a lot of fun. She's selling cakes? Oh, that's cool. Cakes can be such a, like... There's such a specifically artistic baking choice. Because of, like, all the choices that goes into making them. Like, there's so many, like, infinite ways to decorate a cake. Right here and here, I love it. Oh, yay. Yeah, it's gonna cover some of his perspective and a bit of his backstory. That's kind of leading into the rest of the story. I hope it turns out good. I've been having a lot of fun storyboarding it. It's like the storyboard is entirely finished for that animation, but I haven't started actually animating anything. But I do have it like a full finished storyboard that you can watch. Like, it is a thing you can look at. Which I feel like that's the step one of animation projects, like from a thought to it is a visual existence that you can see with your eyes. We're about at that stage. It's not posted anywhere, to be clear about it though. It's I want to finish animating it before I post it anywhere. Very, uh, very intelligent my sister of cakes. Yay! I hope she has fun making cakes. Yeah, I have a relative who used to work in a bakery. I'm not sure if he does anymore. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he used to work for a bakery and make cakes and pastries. It seemed like he was having fun with it. Remember baking a cake for my bestie, and that was a fight, but it was worth it. Took all my energy out. Aw, yeah. I've never tried baking an entire cake myself. Like I've helped out my some of my family to bake a cake, but I was more like the baking assistant in that case. The have I told you the story of the corb? Maybe. If you have, I don't remember it. I remember you have mentioned the cake before, though. So if it's related, then maybe you've told me. Okay, his dress is definitely not finished, but I like how it's coming along so far. I don't know if we're gonna go with the same colors on this when it's all done. But I do think I want this bow to be the same color as it was before. It's that time where my bestie and I baked a cookie, but it didn't flatten in the process and became a hard, salty orb of snickerdoodle. Oh. Were you still able to eat it? Was it good? Or was it maybe not? I've never had that happen when baking. Did you not add any butter? Was it just like solid orb? Solid orb cookie? It's an alright snack, but it could have been better. Well, it's a progress bake. Every creation, honestly, in any craft, every creation you ever make in any craft, even if you're not happy with it, is a step in the process to making something that you want to make. Had plenty of butter. I don't know what happened. If it was in the like if it had butter in it, and you had it in the oven, did the butter like melt out of it? Because there's no way it didn't melt. So was it like solid orb, like in a pond of melted butter? Like, I don't know why it's salty too, by the way. We barely put any salt. Huh. Was it salted butter? And the butter melted and left just the salt inside? This is like an interesting mystery, honestly. Hello, Bob Buckman. Welcome. We're just designing out OC outfits today. This is where we're at currently. Currently redesigning this outfit on the right is one that I made in like 2021. So it requires some redesigning and upgrading for the royalty AU. But yeah, we're making outfits today. We had baking powder, have butter, and it did melt. And no puddle was left? That it was still solid? I have no idea what happened to those cookies then. It's like all the butter just evaporated. What happened? I had baking powder, so they should have risen. And butter, but it did melt and no puddle. I am so confused about those cookies you made. Wasn't there no snippets of impulse? I forgot to say I finished the webpage I was working on. Me happy. My centuries, but I finally keep making more. You can finally keep making more galleries. Congrats! Sounds awesome. I'm as confused as you when we made the orb. It's either the egg was too much or something else. If it was too much egg, it would become pretty solid. It's kind of like a really delicate balance, because if you have too much egg or too much flour, then usually it will become super solid. Do some lace or like some sort of hairpiece as well. You do gotta detail the braids. Maybe like some sort of like smaller veil, but I don't want it to give like wedding vibes. Wonder what cookies you like, man? Like cookies to eat? Like cookie flavors? Is that what you meant? Vincent, boss, tell me who to drop, please. What are my options then? What are we picking between? I do like just like basic chocolate chip cookies, except dark chocolate instead of milk. That pretty much goes for all of this. I don't really like milk chocolate, just in anything, honestly. But like dark chocolate chip cookies, and I like the really like they're like a crunchy cloud. The vanilla cookies. So just realized that question also meant cookie. Yeah, when it's in a stream where we often talk about fictional cookies, maybe we should clarify where it's like, we're talking about real cookies now, or fictional character cookies, or I personally love white chocolate cranberry oatmeal cookies. Getting deja vu again. Cookies. Yeah, I do remember you mentioned those specific cookies at another time. I've tried those once. Sadly, they were not for me, but I'm glad you like them. I do like cookies. Are they still running? Did they make a kingdom even? They have indeed. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about. I really need to redecorate my Cookie Run kingdom. I kind of want to do a kingdom decorating stream where I just wipe my entire kingdom clean and we start from scratch with like just all of the things that I have saved up. I think that could be fun. Kingdom building stream, anyone? You may say your memory's bad, but I literally get my memories erased here and there. Oh. Maybe we both have like a somewhat bad memory then. Oh. What else? There's this cookie that my mom makes. What's it called? I don't know what they're actually called in English. They're like oatmeal cookie adjacent, but not quite. directly translated from Swedish, it just translates to farmer cookies, and they're like oatmeal and wheat and butter and like crushed up nuts sometimes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I also don't know what these are called in English, but raspberry cookies, hallongrottor. Wait, hold on. I am googling pictures of the cookie. These ones. Hallongrottor. They're like pretty much like I think they're similar to like sugar cookies, and then there's just raspberry jam in them. They're very good. They turn small. But yeah. It happens sometimes. I'm sorry, I love the way you spelled that, Ray. It's not correct at all, but I like it still. No, it's spelled like this. Hallongrottor. Yeah, and that's like in plural. If it's one, then it's just hallongrotta. Yeah. It translates to raspberry cave. Because it's like the cookie is the cave and there's raspberry jam inside. Yeah. I wish I knew what they were called. I sadly haven't eaten them in a while because I didn't like them when I was young. To retry them? Yeah. You know, I've yet to meet a person who didn't like them, honestly. Would recommend retrying if you feel up to it and manage to find some. I think they're really good. They're very tasty. Yeah. And sometimes they're like if they're more crunchy, they're usually like this. But then some of them are a lot softer in like the what do you call it? Sugar cookie dough? I don't know. And so they put them in like a little cupcake, and they're really good. They're often a lot more like the cookie forms are usually more crumbly. And the ones in the little cupcake paper thing are usually like more soft. Yeah, they're very good. At least I think so. Love the raspberries. Me too. Only recently found out I like jelly/jam because I avoided it since I didn't like it when I was young. Yeah, it is worth retrying things when you're a bit older, because your taste buds and your like food experience things do change as you age. More of a cranberry mean myself. I see. No, then I say hello to them every time. Do you have a Discord, by the way? Server? No. We used to have one back when I was on Twitch. Now we well, it still exists, but I don't like leave out the link anymore. Mostly because I am not on Discord enough to moderate it. And because I can't personally moderate it, and I don't want to put the responsibility of moderating it on somebody else who hasn't like said they wanted to specifically. We don't have one. We do have a subreddit that Squidge set up for us sometime last year. I'm pretty sure it's still up. It was barely ever used. But yeah. We don't have a Discord for that reason. because I want, if we were ever to have a Discord, I would want it to be safe for everyone, and that would require moderation that I simply cannot handle right now. Yeah. Last year I asked the same question. It's funny that I leave Discord the year after. Yeah. Yeah, the I wonder if the just about the Reddit, like, I don't know if anyone would use it, but we do have one. I should probably check it every once in a while. And of course I'm logged in on the wrong account right now. Either way, it's just called Yumikomari, so like, I don't know, if anyone wants to go use it, feel free. Just stay safe and respectful there, same as in the stream. But I do get Reddit and Discord are quite different. If I was around more often, I would offer, but since you don't know me, the answer would be no. I've been around longer. Yeah, no, I appreciate that you want to, but yeah, it would have to be people that I know. There's just been too many horror stories online, you know, about Discord servers where people where the moderation isn't enough, and whether scary or dangerous or just uncomfortable things happen. Especially since this isn't an 18+ space on YouTube, like with my channel. We do have like rules in the description, but like, yeah, safety is a big deal. And I would want everyone to be safe and comfy if we ever did have a Discord, so maybe at some point, but it's probably not a super big chance. We do have the community tab here on YouTube. I have realized I'm the only one who's posted anything there for like news and stuff, but it is open for other people to post there as well. I don't know how you do that, because I haven't quite understood how it works, but if anyone else knows, you're welcome to. Yeah. You're not wrong to keep it safe, it's just gross that horror stories like that happen too often. Yeah. Vincent when paused, if you haven't played it, play Hikuniku, trust its peak. The name is familiar, let me Google what it looks like. Oh, it's this one! Yeah, I haven't played it myself, but I have seen a playthrough. I have been spoiled already on that, but it is a very funny game. I like that game. I just remembered, ever seen a sea bunny before? I feel like I may have, but I can't get a clear picture in my head, so let me Google. Sea bunny. Yeah! And they're so cute. They're so... Oh, I didn't know they were so tiny! Oh my gosh! Yeah, they are absolutely adorable. They're so cute. They're super duper cute. If you don't know what happened to Terraria Calamity mod, it's absolutely dumbfounding. Like everything that caused it to just use stuff happen on Discord. Oh, I don't play Terraria, so I don't really know anything about the drama that goes on with that. Even if I did, I don't keep up with I don't keep up with like the background. I keep out of drama in everything I'm in. Any fandom, any game I play, anything. If I see there's drama happening, I will actively avoid it and then look up, like, after a couple months have passed, like, is it over? Can I see what happened now? Without being involved. Just had a deja vu moment again. I was gonna ask something last minute. The stream ended, I forgot the question. Oh, sorry. Well, if you remember it at some point, feel free to ask. I wouldn't look it up on stream, it's an off-stream topic. Yeah, no, I don't plan to. I have no interest in Terraria at all, to be honest, so I have no intention of getting involved. I know Terraria is a very well-beloved game, and I have been encouraged to try it by many people, including people on stream and personal friends and family, but like, as I've looked into what it's like, I don't think it's for me. I really don't. But I'm happy that other people enjoy it so much. I think I will stay out. I posted something? Where? On the community tab or on the Reddit or on YouTube? I don't know. I want to say no Deltarune spoilers, heads up. Yeah, thank you. No Deltarune spoilers, please. I'm getting to the point where I'm realizing I'll probably have to play it before the last chapter comes out. The plan was to wait until all of the chapters are out, and then play all of them. But I'm realizing I think I'm gonna have to play it at some point before then, because it's gonna take too long. Which I don't really mind. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I will. I saw the post. Kirby. Next year, chapter 6 is coming out, and Toby said that fun is halted. It's time to get serious. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll play them so we can play chapter 6 when it's just when it comes out. Is that a good plan? Maybe. One thing's for sure, I'm tense. Oh. Should I be scared? I keep being recommended Deltarune theories on YouTube, and I'm like, no, algorithm, don't give them to me. I don't want to be spoiled. Hey, Kirby. Yeah, the community tab has been open for anyone. I'm pretty sure it's like you have to be subscribed for a day or something to use it. But yeah, anyone who wants to use it, you're welcome to. I don't have the habit right now of checking it, but if it starts being active, I absolutely will. Am I so serious? The fanbase probably. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely in a different tone. Instead of, why so serious? It's like, why so serious? That's the fanbase vibe. If you feel a sense of fear from the theories, there is a reason for it. Yeah. We'll get into it. I will say one piece of Deltarune thing that I saw recently that was not a spoiler that I thought was very funny. It was like in a random like meme video or something. I forget where I saw it. It doesn't matter. It was at a like a furry con or something, and there was it was a music space and like a dance floor, and there's a Ralsei cosplayer in full fursuit, like breakdancing in the middle of like a furry con music festival or something, and everyone's just like backing away, making space, cheering them on. I thought that was funny. Yeah, I remember now. Have you listened to Canaria's Queen? I don't think so. Canaria's the one who made King, right? Because I know I've heard that one. I don't think I've heard Queen. Let me put that open in my tabs so I can listen to it later. Yeah, I've not heard that. I will listen to it after stream. I want to see that now. Let's move the Pope on the dance floor. Yeah, I wish I knew. I wish I remembered where I saw it. It was probably like a meme collection thing. I'm trying to think like what. Because I don't really look at memes really anywhere other than like YouTube meme compilations. I'm just thinking like it must have been like an OT video. One Topic, who usually does like queer meme compilations and covers a lot of queer Reddit, like subreddit pages. It was probably in there somewhere. If someone wants to go looking, it's probably in there. But I can't guarantee it because I don't remember. Canaria made King, Brain, and NBBB. I've heard King, definitely. I think I've heard NBBB, but I'm not entirely sure. I love I personally. Is there a song named I, or did you mean Eve? Another one posted. I will check. Reload the community page. Oh. Sad meme. Oh. I really wish. Hold on. Open image. Yeah. I really wish they would improve the community tab stuff for desktop. Because I don't know if anyone else is on desktop here, but you can really feel that it's made for mobile. It does not function on desktop. Like if you open up a picture on desktop, it won't show you the full picture. It will only show you the cropped version. And I feel like that should not be the case. I gotta open it up on my phone later to actually read what the full text was. Definitely I. Let me sing it. Oh. I have not heard that either then. Yeah, that is a, I've never even heard of that song. Covered by Will Stetson 5 years ago. Nice. You know if Will Stetson's made a vocal cover, it's gotta be a good one. I definitely have a few things left to detail on this, and we haven't done colors yet, but honestly I'm feeling kinda really tired. And we are 20 minutes over time. So I think I will call it here for today, but thank you so much for hanging out. I had a great time, we joined outfits. I feel like we didn't get much drawing done today, but we've been talking a lot. It's been a good time. You mentioned Will, I suddenly remembered Kalia. Yeah. You had your fun. Yeah, it was a good time. I hope it was a good time to watch too. I don't know what we're doing next week, but we will see. Also, if anyone, if you know, you know, it's Kagero Day tomorrow, so enjoy Kagero Day. I might make some fan art to post tomorrow for that. Yeah. And if you don't know, Google Kagero Project in relation to Vocaloid, please. It's so good music. It's time for me to slumber soon, too, because I'm gonna do another checkup. I hope it goes well. Remember your Kirby lore. See you later. See you later. Because I can finally play some games on my phone. Minish Cap, here we go. Oh, nice. Project, still have to get into that. Yeah, it's Kagero Day tomorrow. There's some lore significant things happening tomorrow in the world of Kagero Project. Specifically every year on the 15th of August. So maybe we'll talk about it next stream. I don't have the energy to get into it today, but I would love to talk about it. I haven't thought about it in detail for a long time. But yeah. I hope you all have a really good rest of your day or night, and if anyone's heading to sleep, I hope you have a wonderful sleep. And I will see you next time. Bye bye!